Hola! Are you looking to learn how to say, I will call you back later, in Spanish? Well, you've come to the right place. I'll teach you the different ways to say this phrase, as well as give you some tips on how to use it properly. The most common way to say, I will call you back later, in Spanish is, te llamaré más tarde. This is a simple and straightforward way to express the idea of calling someone back at a later time. You can use this phrase in a variety of situations, such as when you are busy and cannot talk at the moment, or when you need to check your schedule before making a call. Another way to say, I will call you back later, is, voy a devolverte la llamada más tarde. This phrase is a bit more formal, and it literally translates to, I am going to return your call later. You can use this phrase in professional settings or when speaking to someone you don't know very well. If you want to be even more polite, you can say, Disculpa, te importa si te llamo más tarde, which means, sorry, do you mind if I call you back later? This phrase shows that you respect the other person's time and that you don't want to bother them if they are busy. There are also some regional variations of this phrase that you may hear in different Spanish-speaking countries. For example, in Mexico, you might hear, te marco después, instead of, te llamaré más tarde. In Spain, you might hear, te vuelvo a llamar más tarde, which means, I will call you back again later. Now that you know how to say, I will call you back later, in Spanish, let me give you some tips on how to use this phrase properly. First of all, make sure to use the correct verb tense. In Spanish, we use the future tense to talk about future actions, so it's important to use llamaré or devolver la llamada instead of llamo or devuelvo la llamada. Secondly, be sure to include the word más tarde to indicate that you will call back at a later time. This helps to avoid any confusion or misunderstanding, especially if the other person is expecting your call. Lastly, always be polite and respectful when using this phrase. If you need to reschedule a call, apologize for the inconvenience and ask for permission to call back later. This shows that you value the other person's time and that you are willing to work around their schedule. Learning how to say, I will call you back later, in Spanish is an important skill for anyone who wants to communicate effectively with Spanish speakers. By using the phrases I've shared with you and following the tips I've given, you can show respect and politeness while making plans to talk at a later time. So go ahead and practice these phrases, and you'll be sure to impress your Spanish-speaking friends and colleagues. Hasta la vista. See you later. Hey there, fellow language learners. Are you enjoying this video and finding it helpful? If so, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. By subscribing to our channel, you'll never miss out on our latest language learning videos, tips, and tricks.